good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. This is Marketing with Dev. Make sure you guys give me a like, comment, subscribe, and hit those bell notifications so you can be notified when I drop new videos just like this one. And in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys the exact campaign setup that we use for all of our webinar clients, whether it be a live webinar or workshop or an automated one, right? So it's pretty simple, but I'm going to show you guys step by step exactly how we set up these campaigns. So we're in here in this demo account just to show you guys how we're going to set things up. So the first thing you're going to want to do, obviously this goes without saying, you want to make sure you have your pixel created. You want to make sure your Instagram accounts is created. You want to make sure that you have, a payment card on file so they can charge you for the ads and all that good stuff. I'm not going to go through all of the little nitty gritty details. I have tons of videos on that stuff already. So getting into it, the first thing you're going to do is press this green create button right here. And what we like to do for these webinar campaigns is I always like to do a leads campaign or a sales campaign. But for this one, we're going to go with leads, right? So we're trying to get as many leads as possible into these webinars. And we've had great success doing these webinars, getting hundreds of webinar registrants every single week for our clients, sometimes even thousands, depending on their budget. So once we have leads, we're going to go to continue. I like to always manually set up my own campaigns. New leads campaign. So let's just rename this. As you guys know, we like to always name our campaigns. Let's go L1, webinar, and let's just call it leads, just so we know exactly what it is when we're looking at it on the dashboard. L1 just lets us know that it's a prospecting campaign. L2 would signify a retargeting campaign. Webinar, just so I know when I see it, we're doing a webinar campaign to, generate traffic to our webinar registration. And then this is a leads campaign, which is why we have that at the end. And that's all you're going to need to do for the campaign level, right? So this is the campaign level. You're on the campaign level because, this will be highlighted blue, and then the folder signifies the campaign level. The 4 little squares signifies the ad set level, and the 1 square signifies the ad level. So that's how you kind of know where you are with things. So the next thing that we're going to do, you can press this next button down here, or you can just press new leads ad set. Again, we always name the ad set the name of the audience that we're targeting, right? And since we don't know who we're targeting yet, we're just going to leave this blank for now. Conversion location. If you're anything like me or any of my clients, you're going to have your own landing page for your webinar already set up. So we're going to select website. Performance goal, maximize number of conversions. Make sure you have your pixel set up. Select your conversion event, lead. This is a demo account, so I don't have the conversion set up here, but that's what you'll do. You'll make sure you have your event set up so they can track it properly. And then we're going to go down to daily budget. We always like to start off initially testing at least 3 ad sets per day at $20 per day. So that's around $60 per day, just to initially test to see what's going to work, what's not going to work. And we'll let that run for maybe 3 days, maybe 5 days to a week, depending on the results that we see. I don't ever set an end date just because I'm always inside of the ads manager. So there's no need for me to. Audience controls, we can leave this alone. Locations, I'm in the United States. Obviously, whatever country you're in, you're going to want the registrants to be in that country. Going down to Advantage Plus audience. I like to go to switch to original audience options, use original audience. And then I go down to Advantage detailed targeting. So let's just say I'm doing this for my own webinar and I'm trying to, I'm having a Facebook ads webinar showing you guys how to profitably run Facebook ads to attract more leads, clients, and customers on autopilot. The first thing that I'm going to do is go through my 3-layer targeting system, right? So if you've been watching some of my videos, you guys already know what this is, but if you haven't, the first layer is always going to be something that is directly related to your product or your service. So we're going to create 3 different ad sets to represent these 3 different layers, but we're going to do one at a time. So since the first layer is always going to be something that is directly related to your product or your service, we're going to find something that is directly related to our product or our service. But number 2, the second layer is something that is closely related to your product or your service. And the third layer is something that your ideal clients are also interested in. So it doesn't even have to be business related. It could be a place they like to vacation, a place they like to shop, a TV show like they like to watch. It can be anything like that. So for me, something that is directly related to my product or my service is going to be online advertising, right? So if I'm having a webinar about Facebook ads, teaching people how to attract more clients with Facebook ads, that is literally online advertising. So something that is directly related to my product or my service in this instance would be something like online advertising. And now, since we have that, we can go back up and we can put online advertising. So now when we're on the dashboard and we're just looking at the campaign quickly, we know that the results from this ad set are being shown to the audience of online advertising. If you don't name your ad sets or your campaigns or even your ads, you're going to have to manually come inside every single time just to see what is getting what results. And when you have a lot of campaigns going, it gets very annoying. So I recommend you guys just always name it. And now we're going to continue down here for your age and the gender. I always leave these open unless you have a product or a service that is specifically only for people above a certain age or under a certain age, or unless you have something that's obviously only for men or something that's obviously only for women. But if it's not, just leave it blank and let the algorithm find the best type of person to suit your needs. So now we're done with this ad set level. So you can either press this next button or you can go press this new leads ad. And for me, I like to make these very simple when it comes to naming the ads, right? So let's just say we're going to have 3 ads and we're just going to, 3 ad levels, but they're all going to be the same one because we're testing the audiences, right? So whenever you guys are testing something, you only want to test one variable at a time. That way, you know what exactly is making the changes, right? So if we're testing 3 different audiences, but we also have 3 different ads that are going, we're not going to know if the difference in results is because of the audience we're sending it to, or if it's because of the ad. So for this example, we're just going to be testing 3 different audiences. So every video ad, I like to use video ads, is going to be video 1, right? So just something basic so we know what it is. If you're wearing a red shirt in your video, you can name it red shirt, whatever you need to name it so you know what it is when you see it. Again, this is a demo account, so I don't have all of my stuff connected, but you're gonna want your Facebook page connected. You're going to want your Instagram page connected as well. Going down, always manual upload, single image or video. And you press this button right here, add image or add video, and you can add the video that you are looking for. A quick little video formula I always like to use and I always recommend for my clients to use is very simple. The first thing you're going to do, or step 1, is always going to be call out exactly who you're looking for, right? So we need a strong hook. The best way to have a strong hook is to just literally call out the type of person you're looking for. So if you're looking for people who own houses in Virginia, you can say something like, are you a homeowner in Virginia? Or are you a house cleaner looking for people in San Diego to clean houses? Like, do you own a home in San Diego? Or do you have a messy house in San Diego? Or do you need somebody to clean your house in San Diego? Whatever, anything like that. Whatever your ideal client is, you just want to call them out. After you do that, the next thing that you're going to want to do is introduce yourself and establish some credibility. So remember, guys, you're a random stranger on social media to these people. They have no idea who you are. They're on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok to scroll, find entertainment, keep up with their friends. They're not trying to see your ad, right? And if they do see you, they need to make sure that you're not a scammer. You're not somebody who's just trying to make a quick buck. So you want to introduce yourself, tell these people who you are, and also establish some credibility, right? Let people know how long you've been doing this. Let people know how many people you've helped, where you've helped people. All of these different types of things that can establish credibility, because you only have a few seconds to really get somebody's attention, and any misstep can just cause somebody to keep swiping and they won't click on your link. The next step number 3, is going to be the value. So for me, I always like to teach something in my ads. And my philosophy is, regardless if somebody decides to click on my ad or not, they will have learned something and they will have gotten value from seeing my ad. And this is very, very, very important. So what you want to do is teach them something. Give them 3 quick tips on how to do something. Very simple. It doesn't have to be too in-depth. It can be very quick, but make sure that it's actually valuable. And the 4th step is a strong call to action, right? You always need to have a call to action in your ads. Tell them exactly what you want them to do. when you want them to do it, right? So if you want them to click the link below and purchase on your website, tell them that. If you want them to click the link below and schedule a little time to talk to you, then do that. If you want them to click the link below and give you a phone call, then tell them to say that, right? Whatever you need to, whatever you're looking to do, you want to tell them exactly that. So that's how you create a high converting video ad that you can then include right here. You would just go to add media, add video. Now for the primary text, it's a very simple formula for you guys. It's just called the PASS method. PAS stands for pain, agitation, and then solution. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is call out the pain point. So whatever the problem that your product or service helps solve, you want to call it out very clearly, right? Are you suffering from back pain or whatever the case may be? And then you want to agitate that problem, right? So if somebody's suffering from back pain, it's like, I know, so you can say something like, isn't it a hassle trying to play with your kids every day after school? Aren't you tired of always having to take breaks and not be able to run around with your children? Like, how do you think that makes your kids feel, right? You just want to agitate that problem and let them know that this indeed is a problem. And if they don't get it fixed, it's only going to get worse. And then the S stands for solution, right? Now, this is where we enter our solution to the problem. So if you click the link below and get instant access to our back pain be gone, it does this, and that, and it helps you relieve back pain in 30 days or less, right? I'm just making this up on the fly, but that is how you do the PASS method, right? First is the pain, then you agitate that pain, and then you position your business, your company as, or your product or your service as the solution to this problem. I have full videos on how to write Facebook ad copy if you guys are interested in seeing that. So I'm not going to go fully in depth here. And for your headline, right? So you want to always include your biggest benefit in your headline. So whatever the biggest benefit of your product or your service is, you want to make sure that you're including that in your headline, right? So if I'm continuing with that back pain example, I would say something like relieves back pain in 30 days or less, right? So if that's my biggest benefit, we always want to make sure that it's in there. So now we want to go down, go to website URL, and you will paste your URL right here, right? So it's very important that we paste the page that we want our client or prospects to visit, right? We paste that page right here. So if this is the webinar page, so if we're doing a webinar, this is going to be the webinar opt-in page. We want that right here in this URL. So when they click the link in the ad, they are taken to the registration page and they can put in their information and register. So now that we have all of this set up, just make believe that I actually did all of this. But obviously you guys will actually input all of this information. Obviously I'm just doing a demonstration. Now what you're going to want to do is go back to the ad set that you already have, and you want to select quick duplicate, right? So now what this is going to do is not only duplicate the ad set, but it's also going to duplicate the ad level. So now you don't have to do anything else. All you have to do is just edit the ad set, because remember, we're keeping the same exact video ads. So now we are going down, and now we're going to change this audience from the layer 1 to the layer 2. So remember, layer 2 is something that is also closely related to your product or your service, right? So something like digital marketing is something that is closely related to my product or my service, because Facebook ads is a subsection of digital marketing. So boom, there we have it right there, digital marketing. Now we're going to go back to the top and we're going to name it digital marketing. So we know the results that are coming from this ad set are being shown to the audience of digital marketing. And remember, there's 3 layers. So we're going to quick duplicate again and do the exact same thing. And we're going to go down and we're going to remove digital marketing from this new ad set. And now we're going to layer 3, which is something that your ideal clients are also interested in, something else that they also like. So remember, this could be anything. It could be random. It doesn't have to be business related, right? So for me, I like to use something like Shark Tank, the television show, because I'm looking for entrepreneurs, I'm looking for business owners, and what better way to find that than targeting a show that's about entrepreneurs and business owners, right? So that is going to be our 3 layers. We're going to go back to the top like we always do, and we're going to name this audience Shark Tank. And then you will have everything set up. You have your videos in there, you have your copy in there, you have your website link pasted in there. All your 3 ad sets are going. These are at $20 a day. Whatever fits your budget, you don't have to spend $20 a day. That's just what I would recommend, at least to start. You could do more, you could do less. That's completely up to you. But if you ask me, I would say to start at least $20 a day per ad set, which would make it about $60 a day total. And after you guys have that, everything is set up. You can press this green publish button. Facebook will review your ads and then they will be published. And that is how we are running our webinar ads for our clients, doing live webinars, recorded webinars and workshops, whatever the case may be, it doesn't really matter. This has been working well for us for years now. We've been doing the same exact strategy for years and it has been working, and that's why we continue to do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you guys give me a like, make sure you comment, subscribe, hit those bell notifications so you can be notified when I drop new videos like this one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.